Hello. Just thought I'd try this out. We shall see if it works. You may have to duck off the second the baby starts crying. We'll see how we go. For the minute, he is asleep. What am I doing? So I'm kind of hoping I can use this live video as my video to edit for like this weekly whimsy, but it kind of looks like it's really blurry and grainy to me, so I'm dubious. I have the live on my other phone so I can see the chat, but I can't tell if it's updating or not. Oh yeah, there's me. Okay, better lighting. Noted. So it's lagging just a little bit, but not too much. Alright. What are we doing? Quiet reflection. I should probably do the starting to my video. Behind the scenes. Filming the intro. It looks so blurry. Can you guys actually like see properly? Because it just looks really blurry on my end. So I'm not seeing the chat, so I'm not sure if it's actually working or not. Hopefully it is. When did I just put my pencils? Yeah. planned this one out per se. I have a vague idea of what I want to do. made her rather twisty. Her hips are kind of facing this way, but I sort of have her top half in theory facing out this way. I kind of like how her legs are. How do I fix you? Awkward. Hang on. I'm going to try and sit like this and see if this is a very weird way of sitting. Okay, so legs are one way. No, that's fine. But how would I put my hands? No, I don't like it. Making it too complicated. Oh man, I think I want to have bigger. I hate starting again. Still can't tell if I hate it or not, but I guess we shall persevere. Oh, hey Jay, how are you? Is baby sleeping? It's not a pen, It's color Enyo, which is like a mechanical pencil, but they come in different colors. So for these, I've been using the purple one, which it's sort of my base for any sketching that isn't markers. I always use a purple. And I've been using the red version for any light source in these, so if I were to ever colour them, it wouldn't be too dark a line, I guess. But they come in other colours. I've got one here. And I have a blue, it comes in a dark blue and a green and a pink and a yellow, I think are all the colours that they come in. And I have all of them somewhere, but I only know where these ones are. Baby is having a night with the grandparents and mum. What is that like? No, that sounds good. I'm sure you need a break. You getting some work done, or are you relaxing? For me, I am tired. Tiny Human 2.0 has decided that he doesn't sleep anymore, contrary to what he's currently doing. But just you wait. At 1 o'clock he'll wake up and he'll be awake until about 5. So I will probably, if I'm still here by then, clear off and go to sleep at 5, I suppose. I'm very behind on these, so I figure I better get one done. Can you stop tiptoeing around my studio, please? Can you just pick a spot to lie down? Yeah, I totally get it. I tried to get some work done. Was it yesterday? Okay, this is how tired I am. I can't remember if it was last night or the night before, but one of those nights, I'd finally gotten into bed, and then my oldest ended up coming into bed as well. So she was like wedged between me and my husband. And I was like, I just need to post, or like I was gonna schedule a video, I think it was, on Instagram. And then like I woke up at like 5 to the baby crying, and I was still like holding the phone. So that's how well my trying to get work done and being tired has been going. So I vote maybe you just take a rest, man. Yeah, you know what? If baby 2.0 was baby 1.0, I'd probably be having a freak out about him not sleeping, but I know this too shall pass. It's just whether I survive it. The good news is he's like pretty chill, even if he's tired. So if he hasn't had sleep, he's not going to be a total monster that day. Whereas my oldest was, probably not in the best mood if she'd had a bad sleep. Hello, Liz! You did not, but in your defense, you did not miss me, but also I hadn't really planned on doing this until like now. So you would have been forgiven if you'd missed me live streaming. I've kind of been avoiding drawing faces in this series just for time's sake. they chose to put her up right at the front is unknowns to me, but here we go. In theory, the rest of this should take too long, because it's mostly going to be leaves. I did not tell the carp tank. You can tell the carp tank if you want. I very last minute posted in my stories on Instagram and TikTok and almost forgot to do TikTok. This is bothering me. Have you got is that better? That's better, right? I think that's better. The only problem with having a glass table, it's great because like I can use it as like a painting surface if I really want to, but it's this, like when I'm filming, the light reflection on it is very annoying. If I move you here. Alright, ring light. It's all up to you now. Oh, that's better. I think that's better. Hello, Vivian. How are you? Hope you're having a good evening, day, morning, whatever it is where you are. I feel like I sound like I'm being disingenuous. I'm just really tired. I feel like I'm sounding like, hello. I'm actually really glad to have some people to chat to keep me awake while I'm doing this. Oh, SA. I used to live in South Australia. I lived at near Ross and Penfold Winery, if you know where that is. The vineyard. Murray! Hello! How are you? I miss your face. Hey, Faust! I also miss your face. And stuff. We should catch up. Hi, Toast Coin, how are you? Thanks for joining. You'll have to forgive me. I've wedged my phone in my paints, so stupidly there's a paint tube right in the way of where the chat's popping up. I just realised I can move it. There we go, now I can actually see what people are saying. It was like swinging side to side trying to see what people were saying. Oh, you're down south. You like the Melbourne-esque weather. Who likes Melbourne weather? I'm assuming you mean you like it not being quite as hot. In my head, Melbourne weather is like all seasons in one day. Are you sketching diligently or like me watching stuff? Normally I'm watching stuff, but I didn't want to have something on in the background that could get me copyrighted. Actually, no, that's a lie. I was listening to Distractable podcast before I went live. So I just had a new one pop up. But normally I would probably have something on in the background behind me on my computer. I haven't been to Chicago. Is Chicago weather like extra chaotic? Or is it like snowing or something at the moment? What's Distractable about? Nothing, really. It's three... I've just been sitting at the worst angle for this, and now I'm sitting higher. I can see her face is wonky. Stupid. Yeah, it's three YouTubers, Markiplier, MyScum, and Lord Minion 777, or Mark, Bob, and Wade, who I watch play games. So it's just them chatting about whatever comes to mind. They're pretty good at just sort of bouncing off each other, so it's just a easy listen. They're pretty funny. Also sketching too, we get to have you as my background stuff now. Oh no, apologies. Apparently it's the end of winter and warmer than usual. So only -2. Oh, well, that's nice. I'm trying to think the last time I was in like that kind of weather. It was probably Japan, but it was like, man, 2013? 2011? No, 2013? And we went for like the snow festival, so it was like well and truly snowy. And I fell over and almost broke my tailbone on black ice. So that was fun. but it meant that I got to have a day while everybody else went skiing, and I just sort of like hung around Sapporo, and I found this really cool art gallery near where we were staying, and walked in, and it just happened to be run by this lady from Sydney. I just had this like Australian accent appear, and I was like, what? Who's that? Yeah, I can't complain. I will happily fall over on black ice if I'm in Japan. I'm preparing to go back at some point. I'm going to wait until Tiny Human 2.0 is a little bit older. He's just started walking, so that's the start of it. But I want him to actually be able to appreciate that he's in another country. So I feel like at least when he's 3, maybe we'll go. But the problem is, since I was there last, I've discovered that I'm celiac, and literally everything in Japan has gluten in it. So there's a Facebook group that I've discovered that's celiacs in Japan, or gluten-free in Japan. And I've established that if all else fails, I'm just going to live off rice balls from Lawson's. I found recently, Faust, there's I can't remember which section of Japan, I think it's in Tokyo, somewhere in Tokyo. There's like a residency that you can apply for, and you get to stay in like 100-year-old rice shop or something like that, and you can do your residency there, and then at the end you can have a show in the rice shop, and I guess they have their own list of clientele, so people will actually come to your show. And I'm like, oh my god, bucket list, like when can I, how old do the kids have to be before I can run away and join the circus for a few, like, weeks? Yeah, the people are like writing down what places they've found are gluten-free. And there's also a company that will, they're very expensive, but fair enough. They'll basically be on call while you're there, and they'll also make reservations for you, but they'll be on call. And you can like call them at any time and be like, I am on this street and I am hungry. And they will find somewhere you can eat, and like call them up and like discuss with them how not to kill you. So I can't decide if I want to splurge on that, because like part of me is like, dude, just eat rice balls for 2 weeks and buy more art supplies when you go to what's the place called? That giant art shop near the train station. Sakaido? Because that's why you go to Japan, right? It's for art supplies. Wait, you're applying for the rice place? Oh my god. I'm so jealous. There's an artist that I follow at the moment. He's there at the moment, and I cannot wait to see like what she gets up to. I just want her to like fucking vlog every day so I can pretend that I'm there doing her art residency. That's true. I guess I could like rice ball it until rice ball it. Oh no. I could rice ball it until like the last 2 days, and then just like splurge and get them to find me some really yummy places to eat. It'll be interesting too, because we'll have like 2 young kids with us. Given at the moment Tiny Human 2.0 loves sushi, so he would be fine. Like sushi, rice, noodles, he'll happily eat all of that. But I can definitely see there being tantrums about not wanting to eat anything. And when it's already difficult to find somewhere for me to eat, that won't be a fun time. But anyway, it's Japan, it doesn't matter. Worth it. Well, Faust, when you get into the residency, when you're accepted, I fully expect you to live stream every single moment so I could live vicariously through you, please. Thank you. Yeah, I love sushi too. Thank God it is celiac friendly if it is made correctly. Think I would have cried if I wasn't allowed to eat that anymore. Here's me saying like this was going to be easy to draw, and I'm just like stuffing around on the same section for like the last... Has it been an hour yet? Yeah, I figure like I'll just go if all else fails and I'm like I cannot stomach a single more of a rice ball, a single rice ball more. I will just go to a supermarket and make my own food, and I'll just like bring gluten-free soy sauce with me. Although I've heard, I think there's some there if you can find it. 46 minutes, excellent. I did completely redraw her at one point, so I will take that as a win. That's not too bad. Yeah, as long as I was staying somewhere that had like a kitchenette, I'd be fine. I have a friend who's teaching, like, definitely have one friend who's teaching English over there at the moment. I have another friend that has been on and off teaching English there for like the last 10 years. I don't know if he's there or here at the moment. I feel like he's here. But maybe I could, no. I think my friend who's there at the moment, I think he's like too far out. I think he's out in the sticks, but I was going to say maybe I could crash at his place and steal his kitchen for a bit. Have I been watching anything with the kiddos, or are they too young for anime? I tried Indie, my Tiny Human OG for those playing at home. I tried her on Sailor Moon when she was like 3, both the original and the remake, and she was kind of like meh. I tried her recently on Pokemon Connoisseur, which got mixed reviews. She really likes Pikachu now, but that's about it. She's obsessed with Studio Ghibli though, so at least there's that. So I will definitely be taking her to the museum and the park. I'm hoping part of like more of the park will start opening up soon as well. Did I like Pokemon Connoisseur? Is that what it's called? That the stop motion one. I liked it because it wasn't the same thing we've been watching over and over again. It was something new. I can only handle so much of Blippi or what else has she been watching on repeat? Actually, Bat Wheels is the new one. That one's alright. What's the scene you're drawing? I'm working on an assignment and my screen is down low. It's so it's part of my attempts to force myself to draw this year. I'm doing some prompts. So I'm like, hang on, I think I'm supposed to be somewhere here. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 behind. But this one is Quiet Reflection is my prompt. So it's going to be a girl sitting on some steps with some lanterns leading up to a Tory gate and foliage. Partly because I wanted to keep it pretty chill for the prompt, and also because I was hoping it wouldn't take me very long to do, and I could move on to the next one. You love your art. You and Inside Art helped inspire me to continue drawing. Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad to hear that. That's pretty much all I wanted out of that experience. I just wanted to like meet some new people, make some friends, which I did. Came away with some awesome friends, and just like meet new people, like new artists, and hopefully get some people drawing. So I think we accomplished that. Yeah, you're right. Look, I said when I started this prompt list that I wasn't gonna stress out about trying to keep up with it, and the whole point was just to get me drawing, which it has. And I was allowed to skip or like be behind on prompts. I was tempted to skip this one, but the problem now is I kind of want to make it into a coloring book, which now has my head going into like artist business mode, and I'm like, do all the prompts, you have to do all the prompts. I should know myself better than taking it easy. Look, if it's one thing I'm good at is not making people feel bad about being on time for anything. I am perpetually behind on everything, always. Yeah, dude, I don't know how to turn off my like, I could make this into like a cool thing voice in my head. I have like all these ideas in my head for this year, and I'm not going to get like half of them done. I'm worried about a prompt list. I just procrastinate by drawing dragons and my OCs. They never finished. Codex Tova. I haven't heard of Codex Tova. What's that one? And can you just make Codex Tova about dragons and your OCs? I'm working on a piece of the National Works on paper, and I'm like behind on it too. Just trying to tell my brain that it's cool if you don't meet the deadline. That's true. If you're not being paid for it, you can use it for something else. I have a small works group show that I'm supposed to be getting something done for. I think it's either June or July, which sounds far away, but I know me, and suddenly tomorrow it's going to be June, July. And I haven't had a single thought in my head about what I'm going to do for it yet. And then I have a group, not a group show, I have a solo show in January next year, which terrifies me because I know that's going to creep up on me too. Assassin's Creed based prompt list. That's cool! Yeah, there's not really dragons yet, is there? Maybe you can like, is this getting too weird? Can you be like, can you make whoever I don't know my Assassin's Creed lore very well. Whoever the main dude is from Assassin's Creed, just like make him a dragon. I'm imagining like the swan dive off the buildings, but like as a very awkward dragon flailing. Assistance for the solo show. Can you do it for me, Faust? her to be kind of hunching. But I feel like I've made her neck too long. See, here's my problem. I've now made her face nice, and I like her face, and now I'm trying to, like, make her body fit her face, and I should have just made her face fit the body I'd already done. There's lots of main dudes from, yeah, okay, I, like, let me tell you a story about Assassin's Creed. So this is many, many years ago, and one of my mates, I was hanging out, I was having a sleepover, so this is how long ago it was, having a sleepover at his house, and he was playing Assassin's Creed, and I think I was just, like, drawing on the couch, and he got a phone call, and he just, like, hands me the remote, and unfortunately for him, he was playing it on Xbox, which I don't have. I don't have an Xbox. I'm a PlayStation kid. I don't know what to do with all the buttons. But I was like, hell yeah, I'll play Assassin's Creed. And I pressed, like, he was, like, in his town, I think, and there was, like, a bunch of people around him. And I pressed one button. Just, like, I was like, what does this button do? And I, like, shot the dude directly in front of me, like, right in his forehead. And then, like, all hell broke loose. And, like, my mate was, like, on the phone, and all he could hear from the other room was me screaming and yelling, why can't I shoot the rest of you? Because my reaction was, well, now you've all seen this, so you all have to die. But I couldn't work out how I'd shot the first guy. And by the time he finished his phone call, he came back, and I just, like, silently handed him back the remote. And he was like, I found a well. I just, like, run and found a random well and, like, jumped into the well. And I was like, I'm here now. No one can get me. And he was like, where am I? What happened? And I never played again. Well, I'm glad you guys find it funny. I didn't know there was a hidden pistol. That makes me feel better, because I couldn't even work out where the hell the gun had come from. It's been 10 years now, I know. I feel like I actually really want to go back and play Assassin's Creed now, and actually give it a go. My husband has, I want to say, at least 3 of them on PlayStation, so I could just, like, pick one and go with it. I don't know which ones they are, mind you. I'm pretty sure none of them are the pirate one, because I would have actually been invested in watching him play that. I say this without, like, I haven't played a game, and I love playing games. I haven't played a game in, I think the last game I properly played was Breath of the Wild, when it came out. And I've just been waiting since then for the next time I have time off. I think I need to get Kat to Google the I can't be noticed if there's no one to notice meme. That sounds like me. I'm gonna Google that. I can't be noticed if there's no one to notice. Is it this one? That's me. That is 100% what my plan was. And it did not work. Give them a controller that's not plugged in and play at the same time. Actually, Indy does play games now. She's getting a bit better at learning how to like maneuver her characters. So we got her the Bluey game for Christmas, and she really likes Lego games. She'll play them, and we've just downloaded recently one called, what was it? Bug Snacks, which is by the same people who did Octodad. And she really likes that one, except my husband got really addicted to it and then like played the whole thing in like 2 nights, and she's only played like the first level. So we're gonna have to like restart the game and get her back to where she was. I should give Ash, actually no, he'll eat it. Tiny Human 2.0 will still eat a controller at this point, but I think he's not far away from wanting to play. Okay, stop stuffing around with her hair and just like commit to doing body. Okay, and I think I'm going to change how I had her positioned. Gotta go, duty calls. Bye from Ireland. Kat, I love your works. Looking forward to the next vid and your awesome tutorials. Oh my god, I want to go to Ireland so bad. I will see you later. Thank you so much for joining me. It was lovely to chat to you. Hopefully I will have time to edit a video again soon. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at it. Bye. I want her to like be having like a coffee or a soup or something, I think. Messing with the hair I could do for like for like hours just for fun. Having said that, if I then had to like actually render the hair, then it becomes annoying again. I want to go, what I really want to do in Ireland is like go to all the standing stones. I would love to do like a plein air trip and just like sit around for a week at various different standing stones and draw them and paint them. I know I'd probably get rained on a lot in Ireland to do that, but I kind of did that in Japan many years ago. I just spent a week in Tokyo and went around drawing stuff and taking reference photos. And it was like the best time ever. And I would love to do that in Ireland. Yeah, like the face stones. There's heaps of them. Just like any of them. Or like some ruins or something. I just want to go somewhere that feels... what's the word? Otherworldly? Celtic? There's like, yeah, like a bunch of them around. And I think like some of them are more famous than others, and some of them are just like in some dude's farm paddock. I hear banging. Let's check the baby monitor. No, he's just dramatically flopped from one side of his cot to the other side of his cot. Hopefully he remains asleep. Ooh, I have been to France. I've been to France at least twice. 3 times. Been 3 times, yes. I know I went once with my parents when I was like small, and then I went once, I did a around the world drama tour when I was in my final year of school, and we took, well actually it was technically the year after school, but with the school, and we took a bunch of shows around, and we went to Toulouse and Paris, I think, and just recently, 2018? Yeah, I was pregnant. Yes, I was pregnant with my daughter at the time. We went briefly because my husband was working over there filming the surfing. And so I joined him over there when he was finished, and we went to Iceland afterwards. But it was really interesting actually. Like, I went to the catacombs each time, and this time they had like a new section open, so I got to see like a whole new section of the catacombs, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know there were like standing stones in France. I feel like I've missed out now. Which ones are the ones with the coolest backstory and or the most aesthetically pleasing? I hate this. This was supposed to be easy. Don't worry, Vivian. We will be here when you get back. I will probably still be drawing the same leg. There are a bunch all over the countryside, but mostly in Brittany. I haven't been there. I would love to go. Faust, I don't do thumbnails. Not with these anyway. I haven't done any thumbnails for any of these, and I have like a hatred of doing thumbnails. I think from like school days, you know, like when you were forced to do like the sketchbooks for art class, and you had to like annotate, is that the word? Write about everything in the book, and you're like, I just wanted to draw the thing. It doesn't, there was no reason behind it. I just wanted to draw that. It looked cool, okay? So yeah, ever since then, I've hated, just out of spite, doing thumbnails. But I do a lot of, like for my proper artworks, I'll do like a whole digital mock-up mostly, and then work from that. These I wanted to feel a lot looser, because if I start doing all of the mock-ups, then I go into business brain again. Not business brain, but like I think too much about it. Did you have a camera in my house at the time, Murray? That's exactly how I used to do it. I'm looking at various pictures of people holding mugs currently, in case you're wondering. I've never seen so many stock images of people looking like they don't want to be there in my life. That'll do. If it makes you guys feel any better, I went to a private school, a public school, and then a private school, and no one did thumbnails. Except I think the last private school I was expected to do whatever annotation I thought was appropriate, at which point I think I did thumbnails after I'd done the original, like the finished artwork. I mean, like, yes, I thought about this. All the cool drawing is gone. You look away for a second and she's ruined it. Okay, well now you have to tell me how you put a rooster to bed. What happens if you don't? Does he just wake everyone up? I feel like I kind of would love to have a rooster and also hate it at the same time because I'm not a morning person. Having said that, like, I have 2 kids and I am up always and currently don't sleep anyway, so one day I will get to sleep in past 7:30. When they're both teenagers. He crows at stupid times in the morning. We put him in one of those cat carrier things and put a blanket over so he doesn't see the sun rising. I love that. Actually, that makes sense. I did wonder, like, people who have hens or like and roosters in suburbia, like, how do their neighbours not want to kill them? I love that you have to treat him like a ticking time bomb. That's amazing. That's how I try to treat my baby as well. Put him in a dark room and hope that he doesn't realize it's morning. One rooster per household. Wow, that's pretty cool. Heidi Falcon Zero, how are you? I kind of imagine roosters like fighting fish, or I think they're called betta fish in America. Like, if you put them next to each other, then they're all like, I'm bigger and stronger and meaner than you. That's my kind of rooster, a midday rooster. I like that. I hate drawing feet. Why didn't I put shoes on her? How many toes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Can you tell I've made that mistake before? Bear with me, I'm trying to work out how I'm going to make this work. Yes. Yes? That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I like that better. And just catching up on the chat, give me a sec. Can I have that on a t-shirt? Counts toes, yeah, that seems right. It feels like a great t-shirt. Oh, I have done the thumbs on the wrong side of the hand an embarrassing amount of times. There's, which artwork? There's one artwork. It might have been one of the Drawtobers I did, where like the hands either like the wrong way around, or I'd done something. No, there's 3 fingers instead of 4 fingers. I didn't realize until it was like done, and I was like already selling prints of it, and I was like, oh well, it is what it is. Fast. I did like feet. I've done like the feet for a week drawing. I've done the hands for a week drawing. The hands I still seem to be okay with. Feet just like feels like I'm like, yeah, I got it, and then I don't got it. I have it for like one drawing and then I don't got it. Or sometimes I magically get it the first time and I'm like, that was a fluke. I don't. I draw paws instead of feet. Because of dragons. Look, paws are significantly easier. I'll give you that. Who decided fingers and hands and feet had to be this hard? Seriously. Yeah, I can draw, actually that's true, I can draw feet at certain angles, but I always seem to want to do them at like some stupid foreshortening angle that looks fine when I take a photo of it, but like if you actually try to draw it, it looks wrong no matter what you do. Yeah, that's a good point actually. I've done enough time on anatomy that I know like most bone structure to a point. Feet elude me, and it's probably because there's so many bones. I need to keep reminding myself not to focus on talking and finish the last sentence of my assignment. Okay, you're not allowed to talk until you finished it, and you have to tell us what the last sentence was. I'm procrastinating by reading the chat, so we're just like a big round robin of procrastination at this point. The concept artist for life. Yeah, who is that guy? Why did he do us so wrong? I kind of planned on doing this arm across and like holding here, but then I drew the hand up here. So I was like, oh, that's okay, she could be holding the mug with both hands, but now I kind of still want an arm across, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's alright. Maybe I'll just draw everything else and come back to it and see if it looks okay. I feel like that's a good plan. Let's move on. Yeah, look fast. We all know that you're the devil on the shoulder. We got it. If it were me, that would be future Kat's problem, but do as I say, not as I do. Did my light just flicker? Do I have another? I do have another battery. Hooray! Thank you, past Kat. Good job putting stuff on charge. It will also achieve a support network for the poor and the disadvantaged to work with when other troubles arise. They all drank lemonade. The end. Hooray! Drop the left knee so the foot touches the ground more. Yeah, see that's, so your hips don't sit in that position. So she's gonna be on steps. So I think there's gonna be like a step here, and then this foot is like coming down over the top of another step in my head. A problem I do have, which you've kind of like touched on Faust, is I'm double jointed everywhere. So if I take a reference photo of myself doing something and I think it's right, everyone else is gonna be like, no, people don't do that, they don't bend that way. I'm like, I do, I bend that way. Hey, we can be like the hypermobile double jointed club. Where the only problem is that it makes our life difficult drawing and not that it like makes life pain and misery. Oh hey, hi, Creative Phenomenon Art. Thank you for joining us. It is definitely just a surprise stream. I had no plans until like late in the evening to do this. It all depended on whether the kids decided they were sleeping this evening or not. Yeah, that sucks, spouse, because like you even have like the person in the house that can model for you. You don't have to take photos of yourself. And yet she didn't. No, that's not even gonna work. I was like, what was the who was further back in the chat saying you just make everybody fey? They bend that way because they're fey. Hubin, do you have Ernest-Stanlot syndrome? Because that's what they think I have. But there's some issues getting it properly diagnosed. Sticklers. I haven't heard of that. I'll have to look that one up. Stories to tell on how I dislocated this joint or that joint stupidly. That reminds me of like, they wanted to take my thyroid out at one point because I've got Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and it like pushes, I have a goiter that pushes on my throat. So if I sleep on my back, I can't breathe. If I look up in the air, I can't breathe. And it's annoying, but at the time that they were talking about doing that, I then got pregnant with my youngest, so they were kind of like, no, keep the thyroid, that's kind of useful for babies, and I'm still breastfeeding, so we kind of haven't gone back to considering removing it yet. But like, they were talking about, when I was talking to the surgeon about it, they were talking about like what kind of scar it would leave on my neck. And he was like, oh, don't worry about it, like, I'll try and, like, make the smallest cut possible. And I was like, make a really big one, and then I can pretend that, like, a shark bit me or something. And he was just, like, looking at me like I was a crazy person. Happy Friday, your art is absolutely stunning. Oh, you're so kind, thank you so much. Yeah, dude, leave a scar. Faust, do you have tattoos? I can't remember. This is a very dumb question, because I feel like the kind of person that would be like, leave a scar, it's like a fun story, would also be the type of person to do tattoos, but I cannot for the life of me picture any tattoos that I like associate with you. I fought with the tiger, you should see. You should see the other guy. Oh yeah, I have some like really dumb stories about how I dislocated various things. The only reason they considered in the end testing me for connective tissue disorders is because my daughter, her shoulders dislocate really easily, which mine do as well. But it was like during COVID, so we were in lockdown, and like no one wanted to see like a 2.5-year-old whose shoulder hurt. Like she was in agony, and they like were like, no, she's fine. She's just like sprained it, give her some Panadol and put her in bed. So the poor kid had like a dislocated shoulder for like a whole night, and like by morning I was like, no, it looks dislocated to me, like it looks like my shoulder when I dislocate it. And so I just like, I don't know if this is good parenting, but I just like tried to like relocate it as I would my own, and it worked, and then she was fine. But like that was like not my favorite time, and I think it's really dumb that it has to get to the point where like there's 3 generations, because my dad is double jointed as well, and no one will listen to you until like there's a child involved. Shoulders are not the best thing. This is not a medical opinion, but a really good way to relocate your shoulder if it's like subluxed is to hold on to like the top of a door frame if you can reach, or like something that's like above your head enough that you can like relax your shoulder and like sink it down. I don't know if you guys can see this. So like sink it, you can actually see it popping out there. That's a hole. But like sink it down so it like pops out, and then you like let go really fast, and then like it should pop back into place. If you're stuck by yourself and no one can help you. My shoulder tries to dislocate when I run. Oh my god! I can't say I've had that problem. My issue, not super currently, but like my usual issue is that I do or did aerials before I had kids, and I plan on going back to it. And so like I had to be incredibly careful about how I was using my shoulders and whether they were activated or not when I was doing anything. Okay, stop playing with her. We're not doing her. Stop it. We're doing cool rocky stairs. That's some anime shit, Faust. Maybe you can get Steph to like do some cool anime poses. Heck yes, Tomas. See, every time, so when I'm drawing these, like my brain is like picturing how I would paint them in gouache, which like is great and all, but doesn't like work necessarily with the sketching phase. It'll be like, there's gonna be moss here, there's gonna be like some cool lighting there, but like you can't see it until I paint it. Are you trying the new Ghibli paint? Yes, this stuff. In fact, Nika. Yeah, I've been playing with it. Hang on. I have some over here, some failed attempts. Yes, this is the Ghibli, the paint that like the concept or the background artists use for Ghibli backgrounds, and like that it's amazing, but like I'm really bad at it. So I like printed out the first sketch I did for the prompts. I like scanned it in and printed it out, this one. And I did this one first, which like I really liked this section, but it's not how you're supposed to use the paints, and I might as well have just used like acrylic if I'm gonna do that, because it's like so watered down. And then like I started trying to go in, so you can see it's like watered down there. And then I tried to go in a bit thicker, and then I just kind of like, I was like, no, I have to like do this properly from the start. And then I tried to like redo it. I like watched a video of one of them working, and I was like, I could do that. And then I tried again, except like, I don't know, I just think... I think I've got too much stuff going on. I think I need to step back and just do a couple of practice, like, hills with clouds and then like come back to trying to do this, because like there's like some really cool stuff here that I like, and like I kind of like how this is working up here, but then I don't think I like emptied my water enough, because that was like blues and purples. And yeah, I've just decided, like, I actually, so I like rewatched that video, and then I went out and like bought, part of my issue I think is that I have a single palette, and so like, because it's more watery, it kind of like spreads really quickly on a palette, so you don't have, like, you can't mix properly, and you add too much water and then it gets too watered down, so like you want to like, I went and bought like the little nesting palettes so I can just like make thick mixes in each of them. And then I went and bought a bunch of cake brushes so I can do like the background, like wet the background down first, and like a bunch of other things. So I'm like all set to like try again. I just need to find the time to do it, and like patience. Speaking of like water, let me show you what I got today. Found these at like a $2 shop. And I think these are going to be my new water jars. If I can get them open. Scissors. Yeah. Yeah, I've decided these are my new water jars, and I'm going to have 2 of them, and one of them is going to be dedicated to like light colors, and one is going to be dedicated to dark colors, and we'll see if that makes it any better. So like, I thought these were really cool. And this one's slightly different. They're sisters, but not twins. So yeah, I kind of like the idea of having them like sitting. But I think also now that I have cups with handles, I'm going to be back in the position of accidentally drinking my own paint water, but we'll see. Yeah, I like the first one better too. I think this one's really pretty, but I couldn't bring myself to buy 2 of the same because I don't like things matching for some reason. Yeah, just wait. At some point I'll start drinking my paint water again, and it'll become a video. I'm really bad and it proceeds to show an amazing piece. No, it's not how it's supposed to look though. They are really, I think they're really tricky, but I think it's going to be like any medium where like once you get the hang of it, they're going to be really easy. Because like the whole point of them is they're supposed to be easy to use, which is why they use them in the studio. Like they're supposed to make life easier. So I think I just need to like work out how they work rather than like trying to force how I use other paint upon them, and then I'll be fine. Okay, I have to do some adult stuff. I will be lurking though. Fair enough. I'm waiting for the, what time is it? Well, we might have another hour, but I'm waiting for the baby to wake up and cry. I'm even prepared. I like made like a little be right back if I leave the stream going. Really adult stuff I should be doing is going to sleep and actually looking after myself, but this is way more fun. You have these ones? Yeah, I was talking about these before. These are great pencils. These are the KatArtIllustrations, the pilot ones. They're really awesome. I highly suggest them. They're my favorite sketching pencils. Hey, at least you're doing dishes, Liz. I'm going to leave my dishes until the morning. Ah, don't do that. Oh, you ran out of the leads? You can buy more. The best part about them is the coloured aspect. Fair enough. Faust. I didn't realise that I do this before. You're right, it's a stressful. It's like, how well is the artwork going? Yeah, now I'm gonna like notice that every time I use it. Yeah, purple leads. I pretty much religiously, if I'm sketching in pencil, use purple. Mostly because usually if I'm doing shadows, I tend to gravitate towards like a purple shadow, so it kind of makes sense. I'm going to have to start putting some shadows in. I'm confusing myself about where stairs are doing what. It was super funny looking at the stopping time when you were thinking and you took that stress eraser down. I'm gonna have to watch back. Oh, they are fake birds. They're part of the music in the background. It's, what time is it? It's almost midnight here, so if anything you'd be hearing like bats. I love listening to music that has nature sounds in it though, especially if I'm drawing something that's like an outside scene. I need to stop dropping my pencil on the paper and making random lines. That would be great, Kat. Stop. You got me noticing now, Faust. Ooh, that's nice. I like that you have like a constant bird soundtrack. That sounds lovely. Durry. I'll have to look up some durry. Not when they have chicks, they're loud. As in the chicks are loud. Story of my life. Cue the baby crying? Not yet. Yeah, I suppose you can't put chicks in a dark box like you can a rooster. Yeah, you're right, Faust. This is a Tory gate. Good spotting. I will put Tory gates in absolutely anywhere I can fit them. I think they're so pretty, and like I love like any meaning they provide as well. They're just gorgeous. And like when I think about like quiet contemplation, is that what this was? Quiet reflection. Like the kind of feeling I get when I go to a Japanese shrine definitely stands out. Well, I think that's technically planned out now. I can probably start putting in all the proper details. Back to this chick. Giving me grief. I'm counting toes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey Mari, are you still in the chat? I forgot to ask why you're going to Chicago. What are you going to do there? Oh, did I hear a baby? Uh-oh. There's wiggling. We've gone quiet again. The baby sign is on standby. Yeah, Murray, what's your trip away for? Is it something fun or something boring? Uh-oh. I hear crying. See you fast. Do I hear proper crying? I hear proper crying. The sign has appeared. I will be in the chat for a little bit, guys. Hopefully he goes down soon. I can come back. Otherwise, I might have to end the stream. But we shall see. have returned. Alright. Let's see if we can get this finished. I forgot what I was doing for a second there, but I think I was trying to sort out vaguely kimono type drapeage. Yes, the it was a successful operation. I brought myself a midnight snack of a cheese ball to celebrate the remnants of dinner. I wish I made more cheese balls for dinner. Gonna get you a hallway long skinny rug for the tap dancers. I know, right? When I finally get a door put on my studio, for those of you who don't know, I have a door in my studio. It's just an open doorway. That thing is gonna be shut tight, and then I'm considering like a rug for my studio, but like the crappiest rug possible because I'm just gonna drop paint on it anyway. But at least that way, if they're in the studio with me, then you won't hear them tip-tapping around. I had carpet in my old studio, so it was never a problem there. A whole floor yoga mat. I should get, not that I have one for my kids yet, but I should get one of those like mellow mats, so it's like super squishy. I'd never get any work done, I'd just be like lying on it. Yeah, the no door thing is definitely an issue, especially because like I'm still kind of in boxes and things. So like there's a bunch of boxes around, and then like the tiny human is always trying to come in here and steal stuff, and like there's stuff in here that's like poisonous. So obviously not at his level, but like it's not great. It's not ideal. All the boxes, all the moving boxes are like wedged across the doorway so he can't get in now. Your studio doesn't have a floor? Does it float? Because that's pretty cool. you're renovating. Oh, so have you like pulled up the old floor and it's just like the cross beams or something? I've been watching someone on, is it YouTube? Yeah, someone on YouTube who she like bought this old home during lockdown and she's been like slowly renovating it. She has like the coolest eclectic style. But like the reason I found her was she like discovered it was like finding an extra room in the back of my bathroom or something like that, and I was like, a hidden room! And then I kind of got stuck watching. But it's been really fun. I'm not like usually the renovation watching person, but it's been fun watching her renovate. Okay, I will take cement over just cross beams because at least you're not going to lose your pens and paintbrushes down there. Much less, yes, much less of a fall risk. That is a good point. I would also be at risk of falling through the floor. Better stop leaning in my light. Thanks, Wade. It's a beautiful accompaniment to the music. We appreciate you. Oh no. The one thing I wanted to make sure I had in my new studio was enough PowerPoints, because my old studio I had a single PowerPoint. It was an old house from like the 70s and it was like a single PowerPoint for each room. So I had one PowerPoint and it was like behind my computer desk. So that's fine because like obviously the computer needs power, but like I had a bazillion lights that needed power and various other things that needed power. So like the amount of like what are they called? The things where you have like extra plugs. I forgot what they're called, but I had a bunch of those. So many of those, just like everywhere in the studio, attached to other ones of those, which I'm sure is not what you're supposed to do. Night, Murray. Yes, definitely need to catch up soon. Why would you put, yeah, why would you put it next to the door? That does not seem like a logical conclusion in the slightest. I might consider heading off scene 2. I'll see if I might be able to get this smashed out the next half an hour, but if we get to 1 o'clock, I'm gonna go to bed. Power board, that's the word I wanted. And the other is next to the door. Such logic. What are you reading at the moment? I used to be like a huge reader, and like I am still in my head, but like I just don't have the brain power. Like the second I lie down, my brain is just like mush these days. I do a lot of audiobooks now. Oh, that's cool. Do you read on, what is it called? AO3? Wait. I haven't read on AO3 for ages, but I like started getting emails recently that an author that hasn't posted in ages has just started posting a new fanfic. I wonder if it's the same person. I'm just finding it. I haven't actually looked at any of it. I wonder if it's the same. Let's see. Anything about a birthday. Nah, I don't think so. What characters is this? Oh, this isn't even like what I normally read from them. Boo. Okay, stop procrastinating. Finish the thing. Do the thing. Fanfic Mondays, Webtoons Tuesdays, other Webtoons Wednesdays, and whatever else in between. Excellent, well your week is sorted at least. Now that I'm at this point, I've suddenly decided I don't know if I necessarily want faces in any of these. I should have done like the whole series with just like people from behind. Oh well. If I decide to do a colouring in book, I can always just redo this one. Ah! Way to break the lead. Every time I draw a face, should I leave it blank? Look, there was a long time where I considered just like not giving her a mouth because I couldn't get it right. Ah! Pushing too hard. Keep breaking the lid. So Toast, what time is it in France at the moment? Yeah, like leaving the faces blank, I actually really do like in artworks. (2:46 p.m.). That is a much more sane hour than it is here. Surprised you went live, yeah. I don't sleep. This is like the time of day, I guess is the word. The time of night when I actually get anything done. So like the kids go to sleep at like, in theory they're supposed to be asleep by 8, but that never happens. And then I work until like 1, 2 a.m. and then I don't sleep. That's not true. I do try to sleep, but it's hard at the moment trying to run a business, get art done, pack orders. I need to pack orders. Maybe that's a tomorrow job. And then like also try and look after myself. It's just not happening very well at the moment. Yeah, I figured people who aren't crazy like me and will actually sleep in tomorrow morning would probably be likely to be up on a Friday night potentially, although I suppose a lot of people go out on a Friday night, don't they? People do that. If I go live at any other time in this house, considering I don't have a door, it would be chaos. Ah, crack the back. So many cracks. Slouching too much. Takeaway on a Friday sounds good. We normally do takeaway on any day that I feel like I can't bring myself to get to cook. If I've had too much stuff to do that day, or if the kids have just exhausted me, we'll do some takeaway. This evening I had a friend over with her kids because they were giving her grief. So we were like, put the kids together and they'll amuse each other. Protect Alpha lock on. I am like super not great at digital art. The amount of like technical things that I'm sure I could be doing when I'm working that would make life easier for me. Or like things that I don't understand. Like it would take me ages to work out that my layer had a lock on it. One, two, three, four. I refuse to get the toe amount wrong. 5. We don't have any tiny humans keeping us up, just 2 crazy kitties. I miss Trooper. That's fair. I've heard cats can be just as insane. I've heard so many stories about people being woken up at various hours and at crazy times in the mornings by their cats being absolutely bonkers. Count the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hooray. Oh, 16 weeks old.